start doing intro. Like, 5 minutes. I don't know. I gotta go get 10 coal. Doing my bit to try to help. I need to get my truck serviced. If it's more than 10K to get the truck serviced, then it's not worth doing it. I should have never modified it. Yeah, well, I had fun. Right. Like I said, I just need 10. Good morning, Robert. Just need 10 coal. Aw. No. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, but no. My math is mathin' this morning, everyone. I think I've done my math correctly. I need to make a piece of glass. And I need coal, not flint. I do need rock, actually. I need 1 rock. Good morning, Kosh. I do need 1 rock, but I need 10 coal to make coal. I did the math. It would only cost 4,000 to get 100 sand. So if I did get the, if I did convince them at the foundry to put the glass in for me, I'd be making 50K off of the sale, but 4,000 of that would be basically the oil to make the coal. To make the glass, the sand, all that. It would cost about 40. It would cost 41 oil. Or no, 50 oil. So that's 4,500 it would cost me to make the 100 sand and then put it in the foundry to be made the glass. But I need to talk to them about that because it's gonna be a little contentious. Good morning, Trevor. Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. But to do the glass, they're gonna have to give me access to it. And like I said, I'm a little, I don't want stuff going missing. I wish there was a log, like that told you who took stuff. That would be something. That'd be a nice addition. Alright, come on. I know this is something to do, and I could sit here probably for 3 hours and talk with all y'all. But I'm trying to do farm stuff. I did lawyering stuff yesterday, and I kind of picked up. I don't think a lot of the lawyers are coming in the city right now. Because over the past 2 days, I started doing lawyering again. I've had like 8 cases. One of them I might be going to court over today if I cannot talk to the commissioner. I tried calling him yesterday, and he didn't answer his phone, so today I'm going to try again. And when he doesn't answer again, I'm going to text him, okay, I'll see you in court then. And I'm going to go file the lawsuit. Because if what the guy says, good morning, Christopher, I'm fine. If what the person says is actually what happened, open and shut case, and he's going to win. Can't go into details just yet because I don't want other people in the server knowing. There we go. I got 10. I can stop. I can drop flint, and I need 1. I need 1 sand. I'm just testing something right now. I'm not like trying to make sand, a lot of it. I'm just testing something out. So we're gonna make 1 coal. What don't I have? Oh, okay. It usually lit up, and I'm gonna make 1 sand. So it's gonna be a few seconds. I'm gonna talk to the person today when I see him in city. I'm gonna tell them that I've tried to contact Harry and that he's not answering. And if he wants to pursue it to court, I'll be willing to represent him. All right, there's the coal. Now I need the sand. All right. Now I'm gonna use the public stuff for now. I mean, technically, I don't need the foundry. I could do all this myself. But it's the AFK feature. Like, I can just put 100 sand and 100 coal in there and just walk away. And come back later and it's done. Because when I make this, I'll go back to the farm and I'll show you what I mean. Uh-oh. I might have to make 2. I just have to get 1 more rock. I could just drop rocks outside. Let's see. Smelter, glass. Yeah, I'm gonna need 1 more. I forgot my bottle machine does it in things of 2. So I'm gonna need 1 more oil and 1 more glass. Or rock. Okay. And I might be, this might be 100%, like, not gonna work. But we're gonna find out. My white wine, they said yesterday they put out something saying that it had been fixed. That white wine was going to produce. Well, it's not producing. The glass bottles, they switched over to the glass. Yes, exactly. That's what they should do. You should bring up the idea of adding a log. Yep. Well, the devs actually do add a log. The devs can see what happened, but you know, in city, we can't do that. You know, there's no devs in city. There's admin staff, but they're not supposed to do that. At least I don't think they are. Alright, so I need to go make 1 more sand. I forgot, I need them in multiples. I couldn't think. I'm still working. But I need it in multiples of 2. So, red rock, there we go. I moved my oil and my batteries into this truck, since it's all mining stuff, and that's what I'm gonna be using it for. I took it out the RV, because I don't want to pull out the RV that much. Got my plushies in it. Okay, I need to lock this trunk. Why are you not locked? There we go. I need to take 1 oil, not 4, 1, and put this back up. This, if it works, I'm going to turn all of this into glass. Yeah, the log feature would be very nice, especially if the business is. I don't know if it can be done. I don't know if they want to. But the problem with the farms is we don't need to hire people. Like, to be honest, the only reason I would need to hire someone is if I took on someone. Like, who helped with all of it, and I don't need to do that. Like, the foundries, they don't really need it as well, but I can see them needing it a little more. I can see the foundries needing people, but, like, for the farms, you know, there's not really a need. I mean, you see, I'm handling mine pretty well. Because if we can't make bottles, then we can't make the alcohol, then we can't, you know. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of glass. Alright, I got my 2 pieces. Let's go do a test. I'm all about testing things out to help, you know, get the bugs and the wrinkles out of it. Like 2 days ago, the farm, when they updated the interiors, or was that yesterday? That might have been yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. We couldn't pull the vehicles out, you know? Like, I couldn't pull my vehicle out. Well, I went to where I had to go, and when I come back, I go to my farm, and Havoc's there, John Murphy. And they were fixing it, so he's like, stay out the farm. So I did. And they fixed it. It took away all the modifications I did to my delivery truck. But it was cheap. Like, it's $8,000. I can live with that, and I can get them again if I want it. It's not a big, like, I didn't lose thousands upon thousands, you know, like upgrades and stuff like that. Like when my car reset, I lost all the mods on it. That was like 18 or I think it was 22K for that and 18K for the truck. That's a lot. Okay, so the problem is glass. The old glass I have is not turning into bottles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it with glass I just made to see if I don't know if like there's a number wrong. I don't know. But the old glass I had before they swapped it is not turning into bottles. So I'm gonna make new glass and I'm gonna see what it says. Just to test it out. In fact, I can since I have to take the old glass out, I'm gonna put the new one in here. That way it doesn't mix. And if I can turn this glass into bottles, then I know it's the old glass and I could just throw that away because I don't need it. I could be evil and sell it to another farm, but that's not, you know, I'm not evil. I'm not like that. I would just drop it on the ground. I'd probably go like to Legion and drop it. That way if somebody wanted it or needed it, they could take it. Alright, so we have someone interested in the other farm. So I'm gonna go talk to Chris today and see if he wants to sell it, or if he, because even though technically I bought the farm, but I don't own it. You know, it's basically me and Chris own that farm. I went the wrong way. I'm so used to going down that road right there that I passed up to get to my farm. But now I have to go back around, but I still have to take this road. I just don't take that turn right there. Because I'll tell you what I think the problem is. And it might be something simple. It might be something really easy. So I'm going to go take the glass out of my dashboard and show you what I mean. See, this says bottle, right? Just bottle. That's the old glass. But when you go to the actual machine, it's calling for a glass bottle. So now it says I'm putting glass in and I get a glass bottle out. But when you go to here, see it's calling for a glass bottle, but this just says bottle. So that might be the problem. It's just one word. It's not, you know, but I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to store this glass. We're going to store this coal. These are bottles. I'm going to put all of this back. And I'm going to go get the glass out the truck. Like, and I've made a ticket already today about it. And if this works, then I'll be like, hey, look, you know, this is what's up. But I'm not hopeful. Let me put it that way. I'm not hopeful about it. And I'm not going to tell him if this doesn't work. I'm not going to tell him I did it because, you know, it's just glass. So we're going to go. Surprisingly enough, red wine works, though. That's like the only thing I can make. And I don't know. I haven't seen if Rodney or anyone making alcohol, but I do know that eBag got alcohol yesterday. Okay, so see, it says that I'm not working, missing machine input. The machine input is basic glass. So I just dropped those in there, and it's going to take 5 minutes to run it. So we're going to go to Toledo. Yeah. Because if that's what it is, they can just turn the bottle to glass bottle, and that should fix it. And if Chris wants to sell the farm, then I'm going to sell all 3 machines back. I'm going to repair them, sell all 3. And I got paid by Harry yesterday. I did not get my weapons license. I kept the 150. And I'm going to buy 5 alcohol machines. And that'll be it. I'm not going to produce any other alcohol. So I'll have 6, technically. I'll have, pardon me. I will have coffee beer, sake, vodka, tequila, and the 2 wines. Those will be the 6. Now, like I said, I will sell the wine and the coffee beer to the public. But vodka, sake, I'm not. Riley's making sake, and Rodney and Chris, or not Chris, but Sean, are making vodka. So I'm not going to compete with them, but I'm making tequila, so I probably would sell that. But most of it's going to go to Harry anyway. I'm only going to keep like 50 on hand for restaurants. But let's see. I'm probably going to buy, to make the sake though, I have to buy the rice farm and the rice machine, which is 100K. So I'd buy the machine. Hello, Lee. I'd buy the machine, and then I would, the next sale I make, 200 liquor out, I would buy the 2 farms. And then after that, I'm pretty much done, and I can start upgrading things. And after that, which it's going to take probably 600-700 liquor. But after that, I can start actually saving the money or investing. But if the glass from the foundry works, then I'm going to pay 50K for that smelter if they'll let me. Okay. Yeah, you have to walk in this door, then walk this way to get around. But I like it. I like it. I like the interiors. They're really good. So let's see. Not this one. See right here, white wine. I'm missing, I have a bottle, but I'm missing the grape white. But I have 100 grape white. I have 100 bottle, and I have 100 yeast. That's what it takes to make. What does it take to make tequila? Let's see if I can make, no, I got coal. I don't have 100 coal. I only have like 6, 7. 6, 7. Don't do that. I hate that. Okay. I can make red, though. It has no problem producing red wine. It's just the white. And it's a recent issue. It's a recent issue with the white wine. I have made it before. Let's see. I went the wrong way. You can only store farm goods in the farm storage. I tried storing other stuff. Yeah, see, I only have 75 coal. I'd need 25 more. And I'd have to go get, grapes. I'd have to get more red grapes. Maybe I should make the tequila, though. I have enough white wine for French. Let's see, what do I need here? Tequila. Yeah, I just need the cold. Yeast, sugar, glass, cold water. Yeast, sugar, glass. I know I have the waters in that storage. I have like 300 in the storage. Yeah, see, I have 440 water. And this is the yeast. The coal, I would need 25 coal. I'd probably just go get 30 and like keep 5 for making glass if this works. Yeah, 8, 9. That's what I do. When somebody says it, I say 8, 9. Problem is, I can make 100 and that sells for, that's the machine, 50K. If Bucket, now I'm gonna talk to Bucket. I'm not going to talk to Ralph. I'm not going to talk to Maka, Tommy, but Bucket is pretty much the numbers guy for him. So I'll talk to the numbers guy. I just need to watch my stock. I can't have the stock go under a certain amount. I think it's like 10%. With the gas stations and the mega mall and all that, if it's 0 for 7 days, I think with the farms, if you're under 10%, that's probably wrong. It's probably the exact same, but I'm not sure. So yeah, like all this meat, if we do sell this farm, I will move all of this meat to my farm, and they can have free access to it. I want to see something. Employees, full access. Okay. I can't change this, but my farm has an employee. My farm, John Murphy, which is, Havoc, and I gave him full access. He gave himself full access, and I haven't fired him, and I'm going to leave him on there. Whenever he needs access to my farm to do something, he has free access to it. I'm transparent with my farm. I'm not trying to hide anything. Hi, Richard. All right, so, yeah, but see, I have the bottle, I have the wine, I have the yeast. But the wine is saying that I don't have grapes. So what I can do is, this is what I did yesterday, I'll do it again. Sometimes it helps if you delete it and redo it. So by the time I'm done with this, the glass should be done glassing at the other place. Me and Sean, the owner of SC Agriculture, we've been texting back and forth. He now realizes that I'm trying to help him. So he's really been asking me questions, and I like that. So we're going to turn it on. This one's 3 minutes. We're going to sit here. But yeah, he's really been asking questions. That's from yesterday, the missed call. But yeah, ever since this is, I'm the one who bought the farm. Yep. This is just like, this was the 7th, and this was Valentine's Day. He was just asking questions, and then yesterday, he just started asking all kind of stuff. Which is great. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so I'm gonna put the grapes together. I actually do need to go get more red grapes. I need to have like 200 grapes here at all times. And I need to get some more wheat powder. I turned all the wheat powder into yeast. And I should have kept like 100 set aside. But, let's see. What do I need wheat powder though. I don't need it for this or this. I don't need it for this, and I don't need it for this. So no, I need wheat powder for the coffee beard. No, I don't. Okay, so I don't need wheat powder. What do you need wheat powder for? Whiskey. I am not getting into whiskey. That, I just don't see it. Let's see. Yeah, so okay, I'm good. I don't need wheat powder. But I need to buy this. And this to make the sake. And like I said, I'm not competing with Riley. I'm not competing with her. She can sell her sake to the city. She could sell it. I'm not. I'm literally making it to sell it to, Harry. Same thing with vodka. I already have everything to make vodka. Like, I could go to if I can get the glass bottles to work, I can go to my farm, buy this machine, and start right away. So I would buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then keep this one 6. I'm probably gonna sell my bun machine. The reason I can't sell it right now is, it says it's too damaged. Wow. What do I have? I only have like $3,000, don't I? Like 6, okay? Which I would fix these and sell all 3 and then just take the money and go back. Selling all 3 of these machines will allow me to rebuy 2 of them. So I'd buy the 2 wines, and then I'd take the profit and just buy the tequila if he wants to sell this farm. Yeah, they have a patty machine. That's real good. That's good for Rodney, and that's good for Teabag. Because these Up and Adam and Bob have really been asking for this. Thank you, Lost in Interpretation. Okay, let's see how the wine machine's going. 2 minutes. Let me refresh it. 0 minutes. So it's about to see if I can make one. What does that note say? Can I read that? No. Let me see. I know one of the decoration menus is one of the F buttons. Okay. Nope, I can't decorate in here. I went through all of them. I need to actually go turn on my lawyer. I need to actually sign in. I don't think there's any... Are there any cops, though? I don't think I've looked to see if anything's open. I'm at 7% food. Nope, just the mechanic and Sandy. Okay. But that's probably Leroy. Alright, see? Glass bottle. So this is what's causing the production to halt. Is it's calling for a glass bottle, but this is saying bottle, not glass bottle. So that's what I think is the problem. Alright, wait a minute. See, I keep making that mistake. Okay, I need 30 more coal. I'm gonna take 5 out to make the coal. I need at least 110 white. I'm writing it down. I would be if I could get what I want open. Oh, I have another song. I finally finished it. I sat down last night and was like, when he just do it. But I have to swap all the stuff around. This one's a little bit of a long one. Okay, so I need 30 coal, 110 white, and ooh, what's 200 minus 34? 166. 166 red grape. I'm good on yeast because I have 200. I have this 100 and the one that's in the... Honestly, I need to upgrade the yeast and the fermentation and the grain mill, and just constantly be making them. Hey, Jesus. I just need to constantly be producing yeast, because that's the alcohol. It's a solo, unfortunately. There's not much involved in it. Let me put it that way. There's not much involved. Like, I forgot who asked. Somebody asked me if a farm was available. I'm gonna talk to Chris today and see, hey, do you want to sell it or do you want to keep it? Because he might not want to sell it. The reason he sold it to me is I'm leasing, right? He sold me the rights to it, but the reason he did that was because he's still the owner. I'm not the owner of the Pleo farm. Chris Williams still is. I'm just paying him to use the entire place, to do what I want to do. So if he's fine with selling it, then I'm going to tell Sean, I think he's the one who asked me, to hire the guy that wants to own a farm so that he can see what's involved in it. If I didn't have such a big operation going, I would hire people. But there's some stuff that it's just going to take too long to get back if I lose. Plus, you can't lock your storage, so they could, like, take my stuff and go to another farm and be like, here you go, I robbed her. I mean, I guess I could sue them then in court. And the way this city works, whoever they stole it for, I'd eventually find out who took it. Nothing stays secret in this city, let me tell y'all that. I see I'm about to go. I'm so used to going to the front that I was about to go to the front. Okay. So I know I'm at 4%. I'm going to go get some food right after this. I just want to see if the glass is glass. Like I said, if this makes a glass bottle, then I will toss out all that glass. Bottle, 75, glass. No, it doesn't. Yeah, but see, the problem is it's saying it's not having any glass. But I want to sell this machine, so I gotta use it. I gotta use it to get the condition down, then I can repair it. I got my money back up in my here. Because I can't sell it. I would sell it right now, but it says it's too damaged. And I can't repair it because it's too fixed. And if Sean, who makes the buns, if he wants to go into bread and tortilla, then I'm going to sell those machines as well. And he could do all the bread. I'm going to keep my mustard, my cheese, stuff like that. Because I mostly sell like the vegetables and the produce that doesn't need to be processed. I could straight up go full alcohol. Like everything except moonshine. I'm not doing moonshine. Yeah, you could. I mean, I was thinking more of hiring looters, grinders. I am the biggest grinder. I mean, trading for alcohol, that could work, but they have access to everything then. Like, they could just take the alcohol from me. I have 100 bottles of alcohol, but I think it's mixed right now. It's not like Harry will only buy it in lots of 100. You know what? I'm going the wrong way, but I'm going the right way. I was gonna go to Sandy Shores, but I remember it's the mechanic that's open, not the restaurant. Didn't think of that for a second. I had this same problem yesterday. I made it to the door of the convenience store right here, and I passed out right when I made it into the door. I was on my way to Sells, and Eddie Mopar picked me up, Canadian Gamers, and brought me to the hospital, but then I glitched out, and I had to wait the entire 5 minutes. So I get to the Sells, and the guy was daydreaming. He'd been there for 30 minutes in his head. So I called Harry, and Harry just told me after 10 minutes, they don't talk to you, you can just leave. So I don't know if he's still in that cell. Alright, and let's start keeping this. I knew I'd make it. I know how long I have now. I've been here long enough that I know how long it takes to, like, how much. I'll still have food even after I eat this. It won't go to 0. Alright, so now it's trying. It takes a lot. It's a lot faster to drink than this. But I'm gonna talk to, when we get this glass sorted out with the farm, I'm gonna talk to Bucket. I don't know if Bucket would be in the city right now. I don't think so. He's been doing it in the afternoon. See, the problem is I can see him streaming, but I can't call him because I see him streaming. Because I don't know. No, Lost. No, I don't. That's the only thing we don't have is tomatoes. I have everything else they need except tomatoes. I have potatoes. I could make burger patties, tortillas, peppers, bell peppers, cheese, all of that. Tomatoes are still that one thing that they haven't had it in yet. And it's in the city. That's what I don't understand. It's already in the city. You can buy them at the prison. So I'm not saying, like, I don't understand that. But there's a reason they haven't had them in yet. But it's been in the city since day 1. Ralph said something the other night he's ready to sell. The problem is with Ralph, he's going to want $2 million. He should just, honestly, the gang should buy it. It should just be a gang thing, and they all run it. Because that's what Hatchie's doing. Hatchie and Dan, whatever gang they join, is probably going to end up helping them run that foundry. Because I think Dan bought it. I'm not sure if Ralph bought it. I'm going to call Bucket, that way he has a missed call from me at least. Nah, I know who this is, but I don't know who it is, if you know what I mean. Your call. Yep, now I have a missed call. Now he's going to call me back, and I'm not going to have a clue what I called him for. Okay, so I need... That's the wrong truck. I need the red one. 150K to buy the foundry? I doubt that. Maybe the gas station. 1.5, I can see him selling it for that. Because he's trying to buy that plane. He's going to be broke after he buys that plane. I need this. I need to lock my truck. And I need to take one battery cell. It's going to be easier to do the coal at the city foundry than it would be to do it. It only takes one battery cell to make 30. But it takes 3 oils to make 30 at the... So we're going back to the quarry. But I remember I started streaming earlier, like when the city first opened. All y'all would have done is seen me fishing for like 5 hours and doing coal for like 5 hours. And I'm over what happened, right? I rewatched it yesterday. And I think it's funny that she's still, like, Echo's still like, you know, you want to buy coal? Because I haven't sold coal to them in weeks. I sold some coal to Hatchie yesterday just because she needed it. But, I mean, Echo, if you're listening, you need to catch up. You need to get with the times. Keep up here. I'm joking, by the way. Everyone, I am joking. I mean, if he wants to sell it for 150K, I'll give it to him today. Hold on, here you go. I got it. The problem is I lose all the upgrades. Right? I have to start all over again. And that right there, I don't think I can, though. I don't think you can own a farm and a foundry. I think somebody has tried it and told me they can't do it. So I need 30 coal ore. That box is still here? No? Okay. So we're going to be here for a minute because it's not as fast. I still get more coal than rocks. JB here. Morning, Michael. I got to adjust myself. But I still get more coal than I do rocks and flint. So I'm not complaining. Sierra made an appearance in the city yesterday. She robbed the digital den and all the stores near it. Like all the convenience stores. And then I was thinking about buying a little property up there. $500 a day. And I just wasn't feeling it, I guess. I think I was worried about the farm. There's so much I want to do. But I have to, like, prioritize now. Like, I want to upgrade the machines. I want to get the... Like, I don't need the dragon fruit or the lemon farm, but I still want to have them. Just in case one day I do need them. I don't have a use for them now. But, like, I still have the pig, the cow, and the chicken farm. I don't have a use for those. But yeah, I want to talk to Chris and see if they want, or if he's done with farming. If he's like, no, I'm done with it, I don't care anymore, then we're gonna sell it. But if he's like, you know, I want to keep it for stock, I'm gonna try to convince him to sell it. Morning, Jordan. But if he's like, you know, I'm just burnt out on it, then we'll keep it, and I'll try to build it up to where they can take it over, where he just gives me my initial investment back. You know, it'd be 400K now. That's what I would sell my farm, the Pleo farm investment. You give me that back, and you can have it all. Like, you can just fire me from your boss menu. See, they don't need burger patties, because Rex's doesn't sell hamburgers. So they're not going to need the patty machine. The only reason they would need the beef is for the kebab meat, which they do sell. But in all honesty, he just needs the chicken farm, the nugget machine, and the sausage machine. Like, I don't even think he should go into beef. Oh, yeah, mining, and I'll tell you this, Storm. I'm not doing lawyering much because I have so much to do on the farm. I do have to go to trial, maybe. Depends on if I talk to Harry today. I tried calling him the night the incident happened. I got called. I went and consulted with the gentleman. And then I tried calling Harry. I'd already talked to him twice, though. And I think he was just like, You know, I'm not answering a call. And he never got back to me, so if he doesn't get back to me today, I'm just going to text him, hey, I'll see you in court. And he can find out what happened when he reads the case file. But the gentleman that I asked him, do you want me to talk to Harry and see if they'll just offer you some compensation, you know, like right away? You know, they know they did wrong. You know, here's some money for compensation. If Harry will go that route, we'll drop everything. I gave the person the option to do that. He told me to go ahead and do it. So I'm giving Harry 2 days. I'll tell you who wants to buy the farm at Polito. It's, Sean talked to me about it. Hayden Smith. Hayden Smith wants to buy the farm. I don't want to sell it and then give it to someone who's just gonna basically do the same thing. Just use it for stock. I want somebody who's actually gonna farm, who actually will help. It's such a good script that I want someone to use it. I was afraid somebody was gonna do that too. I was afraid that like 2 or 3 of the farms was just gonna be using it for storage. Because the food doesn't spoil when it's in the farm. So, you can have meat in there forever. If it's spoiled, then that would, if stuff had the spoil timer in the farm, that would drastically change how everyone does farming. And it would take a lot longer. Like, they'd have to make orders a day in advance. Because I'm not keeping any stock that expires. So if they're like, I want 40 oil, 40 bell peppers, 40 pickles, I'd have to go pick that up and make it all before I did anything. And it would take hours to do it. There we go. I need 4 more. Come on, cool. I was hoping for a 4-pack right there. That would have been amazing. It's happened before. There we go. 30 coal. I don't need the rock, and I don't need the flint. Okay, let's go. I might take this. I need gas. I wish I could drive like that in real life. You play? I remember Grand Theft Auto 4? I think, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4. I bought it. Me and my brother bought it. I was living with him at the time. And we both went in on it. And we played it for, we had the day off. We both played it for like 9 hours straight. And then we had to go driving. That was a different world. Like, I started looking at people's cars being like, I could just take that. And then I had to catch myself. Oh, I'm so glad the cops aren't out here. I'd get so many tickets driving the way I do. But I've never seen a cop on these dirt roads. Unless they're chasing someone. Hey, Cordy. Up, seatbelt. I'm driving, jumping, making all these stuff, and I'm just no seatbelt. I must have been bouncing around that cab. When I get on the train, I gotta get up and do something real quickly. So I should be gone maybe a minute and a half. Not too long. I have to go make coffee for my patient. It's a Keurig, so it's just, you know, put the pot in, wait for it to fill up, and then give it to her. Give me 1 second, I'll be back in a few seconds. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. Hey, midlife crisis. Yep, but and if my patient needs something, I have to be there. That's a non-starter. See, I say is a sore back right now, so we're going to the doctor on the 4th. The doctor's appointments are getting like months in advance. I need to get a second Vinny plushie. And apparently HTK has said, Harry K in City has said, there is 31 plushies, and someone does have the 31, but he refuses to tell anyone who it is. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe him. You know, because if somebody had it, they would tell everyone. It would have to be another developer to keep it a secret. So I don't believe him. I think there's only 30, and I think he just wants us to keep buying boxes. Because we now have all 30. You know, Natalie's not buying boxes now. I'm not buying boxes. All the revenue from that is stopped, dead cold. And I think that's why he's telling us that. I don't know that for sure, though. He might be on the low. Cars get dirty so fast now. Like, you could drive it, you could get it cleaned, and then by the time you're back to the garage, it's already dirty again. Okay, or breaking coal. You need one battery cell and 30 coal. And it takes 30 seconds. That's probably faster. I think it would take a minute and a half to do. No, one coal is 5 seconds, so probably the same amount of time. But yeah, this is the only thing this does, is make jewelry. There's no difference between this and the regular one, except the jewelry. And since I don't want to make jewelry, I could just buy the regular. I don't need the advanced. Like, this one, honestly, this one doesn't even make sand. See? It can't break rocks. Had it done 30 to 1 or something similar, I would definitely be buying this one. But it doesn't, so there's no reason for me to buy that. The other one, though, the advanced refinery, that can make a lithium plate. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I gave Bucket all my lithium dust, so I don't even have that. You don't know that, Storm. I mean, it might, I don't know, but you don't know. That's the one thing I like about it. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, look what happens. What happens if you don't get the evidence? You know, what if, like, that's how Bucket won. The cops wouldn't provide him with the evidence, so he won the case. Beep beep. I think that's a local in the grime band. There's no cops on, so I can drive as crazy as I want to. Okay, I got the coal, now I need to get the grape. There's another thing when I first, after like a long absence in the city, when I first pull out my delivery truck from my farm, I can't move it. I have to cancel the job and put it back up and then do it again. But that's an easy fix. I want to see that ad again, because I could call my liquor that and I get free advertising. Because that looked like wine. I could call... What does that say? Hold on. I gotta look close. I could call my red wine that, and then I get free advertising. I'm pushing. That'd be funny, though. If I could rename alcohol, call it that, and be like, you get free advertising. Alright. So I got to make the tequila. I have the coal. I have 100 coal. I could just sit there and make, like, 500 red wine. And that's it. Wines are the cheapest to make. They don't really get you drunk. Like, you need like 3 bottles of wine, I think, to get you really drunk. Where you need like 1 bottle of tequila. So, Ty has been asking me for the tequila. She's selling it at her restaurant. So I want to make sure I have it. That if she needs it, I can be like, yeah, I got it. And I'm selling to restaurants. I'm selling the wine for $250 and the tequila for $300. So I am giving them so they can sell it for $500, which is what everybody's buying. And when Frenchie's opens his restaurant, people will buy the wine. They will. But he hasn't got the white wine yet. Yep, exactly. I kept mine, Storm. I had my application receipt for DOJ because it says DOJ on it. DOJ's not gonna die. I have a feeling that Havoc is gonna really, he might start getting more involved. Right now it's fun, content, set up the boys, all that. But with the amount of police complaints in 1.8 they had to deal with, and everybody was getting fed up that no DOJ, I don't think that's gonna happen. Because I really remember 1.8, before they announced 2.0, before we all knew we were losing everything. I mean, people were complaining about the police nonstop. Like, that was the biggest complaint in Discord and in the city. But the police need that checks and balances. Yeah, I get you there. That I can't disagree with you on. Okay, so the bottle machine didn't bottle. The grape machine didn't grape. So let's see. Do I have grapes here? That's a question. I should put them in a storage closer, but this is where I put them at. I do not have grapes here. I do have sunflowers. I got my mustard seeds. Barley powder. So I could turn... Oh, that's barley powder. That's not wheat powder. Okay. So... I have 8... Oh, what am I doing with 8? Oh, here. Aw. Aw. I need that 30 up at the other farm. Alright. I don't need water here. The restaurants were barely open yesterday. Like, barely open. If you can put wine in the ones... What? Crate. But it spoils. In that crate, it's gonna spoil. In my farm, it won't. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would work, actually. But then they'd have to pay an extra $10K for the crate. No, I guess not. I guess I could just take it out the crate. Yeah, you have a point there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Storm. Yeah, they were just adding, okay, well, we feel like you did this, we're gonna add it on. Now they can't do that. And if you've noticed, Storm, now they keep telling you we can't stack, or I don't want to stack. That's because they're not allowed. Yeah, I got 7 tequila? I thought I had more. I wanted to make 100 beer coffee for Echo whenever she wants to open the cafe. Whenever they get around, they are giving it to her. It's going to be an interior. I was going to sell her 100 right off the rip. They last a while. The white wine, I have 50 for Frenchie. Red wine, I didn't really have that much. I had a little extra. But yeah, the glass bottle, that's the issue. Wait a minute. Oh, I took the glass out. I'm like, wait a minute, did they do it? But no, I took them out. Because yeah, I was going to make the 75 coffee beer today. But the bottle machine says it's on. Well, how is this on? I have no glass. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe there was a hot fix. Let's go check it. Maybe it did. Maybe I had 2 in there. Didn't I have 2 glass? I think I did. So maybe they fixed it. Let's go check. Let's go put some glass in there. They're pretty good about fixing stuff. They are. I will say. The dev team is on top of it. So let's see. Nope, glass 2, glass. So let's see. It's going to produce in a few seconds. We'll back out to refresh it. I have 77 glass. It says, yeah, they changed it. They fixed it. Because now it's saying glass bottles. Thank you very much. Our dev team's 10 out of 10. You are correct. Hell, it might have been Mako who's lingering in my chat meter that did it. I don't know. But thank you. It's actually more. It'd be better to sell the glass. Glass sells for local. That's what I was doing at first. I was going to make like, search those garbage bins and get like 300 or 400 glass and then export them for $40 a piece. But they took out. But yeah, okay, so that's working. So let's go ahead and see if I can't do the beer. All right, yeast, barley, hop. Barley 100. Hop 100. Yeast 185. That's good. I like that. Coffee, glass, and water. Water, I have 100. The bottles, I would have 100, I think. And coffee beans, 100. So yes, let's start that production going. See what it says. Because the glass bottle was the issue. Yeah, so I have 27. Yeah, it's making them. It's making them. Thank you, Deb. Thank you. I know they linger in chat, and I think I'm the only one streaming right now. Whoever did it, thank you so much. So 27 plus, yeah, okay, I'm going to have enough to make the 75. I only want to make 75, so first off, I need to take one glass out, because it only does it in 2s. So having 27 means it'll fail, and I'll have one piece of glass in there. Okay, so now that that's settled, then I can go, buy glass at the foundry. Now that that's been settled, I can get glass from the foundry. I have 3 bottles there. Come on, run up the stairs. Okay, so now my math has to math. I have 79 bottles. So I need to take 1 bottle out because it has to be in multiples of 2s to do my math. 78 is 22, so I can take 4 pieces of glass out. Well, no, I can put it all in. I only have 100. I don't want it to make extra, but I only have 100 coffee beans. So yeah, I can put that back in there. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure it produces the beer, because I want to see it. Because the glass is fixed, but I want to see if the coffee is. It's going to take a minute. Welcome to the farm, Wayward. Fellow farmer. I don't think I put anything over here. I don't think I did. I was thinking about separating alcohol and farming. Like, putting alcohol stuff up here, and then putting farming stuff down here. Because I have another, I think, over here. Yeah. So I thought about, the alcohol makes sense right here, though, doesn't it? Because don't those look like kegs? And to be honest, this whole top row, well, no. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here not used for, but all this is alcohol. All of this. Salt is used for cheese, I think. What is salt used? If salt's used for a machine I'm not using, then I don't need to get it. I think it is used for cheese. Yep, salt makes cheese. Yep, thank you, Wayward. Thank you. See, now, Teabag is selling chicken. So now if I need to get chicken, I don't have to go trying to find it. I could just tell him, hey, put some on there. He sells the nuggets. He sells the bosh. You know, I don't see Rodney with anything. I think Rodney puts it to where you have to visit his farm. Like, you know, you can make a buy order, and other people can see, and then people actually go to your farm. Okay, so we should have 26 coffee beer in a second, if it works. It working. Okay. It's working. There we go. All right. farm journey. You know what? I was about to go to the Polito one, but let's check. I need to get the grapes. Oh. Wow, Wayward. Oh, Storm got one. Period, got one. Hatchie got one. Panda. Tyler. Thank you so much. Oh, I missed it. What was the thing? Oh, now I gotta go back and see it. I forgot what the animation was. Give me a second. I gotta go back and see what animation it was. Oh, the sun. Okay, yep, the sunshine. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I love the interiors. I love them. Like, that's why I wanted to do the outside. I wanted to, like, work the farm, have, you know, the cows, the chickens, and all that, because I just had a door. But now that I have this, I can actually do stuff. But thank you, Wayward. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. Ooh. Ew. How much did I need? Grape wine? I needed 100. 110 white grapes. Yeah, that's gonna be an expensive farm. Honestly, I probably should just take all 200, but I probably should clean it out, but I'll leave it there. Alright, so the farm is farming. I need to check the white grape alcohol, because if we can make that, then... I mean, technically I need red grape more than I need white right now. I don't care about the truck spawning around the back. That does not bother me in the slightest. Some people would be like, oh, they moved it, they blah blah. Nah, it doesn't bother me at all. Let's see if I can drive it, though. Yep, I can. It seems to only do it the first time. Like, the very first time after a long time. And after that, it works perfectly fine. But I might get the sticker put back on it. The Rob's Liquor. That might be the only change I really do. Because I liked having that. It was funny. Because that's what I was doing with it. Yes, thank you. Hi, Hatchie. Have a good day. I hope you're getting better. I know you've been feeling ill for the past few days. But yes, I can't tell you that. Can't tell you that. I'm not metagaming. Nope, not gonna tell you. I'll tell you in the city if we bump paths today. Now that it's been fixed. Let's see. See, this is why Teabag should do wine. Because he's right there at the grape farm. I mean, he would have to go for the yeast, the wheat. He'd have to go to Roxwood. But everything out, well, no, it doesn't use water. Yeah, he would just have to go pick his grapes, and then he could buy yeast. I mean, I'll sell it if I have extra. That's probably what I should do, is just pump up the yeast farm as much as I can and just constantly be churning it out. And then sell my excess to the other farms for maybe like 20 bucks a piece. I don't wanna cut into their profit too much. Yeah. I'm not gonna meta. I mean, if she's been here for a while, she already knows. It's about the foundry, and she already knows. I've already talked about that plan. She probably just popped on, but yeah, I hope you're feeling better. If you're still here, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm trying, you know. I got a little upset yesterday, but by the time I finished my stream, I was over it. And it wasn't them, per se. It wasn't even a game. It was something in real life. I talked with my partner, and it was something in real life that was bothering me. But I've addressed it, and I've moved on. I hope we all have fun. The other day, I almost went to the military base. I don't know why. I was coming to get grapes. And I saw the bridge, and I thought, okay, I'll cross the bridge, and I had to stop myself. My bird brain started burning away. No, they have a person, though. When they were doing the business ideas. I'm not dying no more. Okay, that's great. That is great. But they had someone propose a business to Harry. They told me about it because they asked me if I wanted a cat on my farm. And I said, I have bunny rabbits, I have pigs and cows. I said, I need a dog to protect it. And he was like, I proposed a business idea to Harry to let us own pets. I mean, they have it in other, I've played in plenty of cities where you could raise animals. They have scripts for that. And they might have had it in here, you know, a long time ago. I don't know. But the animal arc in one city I was in was open. And you could buy a dog, a cat, a ferret, a snake, and something else. But there was only like 5 animals you could buy. And I would never own a snake. No, 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 no. They can have those. Somebody else can have that. All right, let's make some hooch. That's what I thought about calling the white wine. It's H-O-O-T-H, hooch. It's a southern term for alcohol. But if I ever made moonshine, that definitely would be the name of it. Have a good day, Archie. See you in the city. Yep, see, I kind of realized that now that I went full-on lawful, that I'm not going to have that many more interactions with the more criminal element people. You know, they're not going to want to deal with me, first off, because I'm a lawyer and I'm legal. So they're probably going to think I'm an informant, and I'm not. I do know who is the police informant, and eventually that will come out. Eventually everyone will know that that person is a police informant. But yeah, so I'm dealing with the legal stuff. And I'm considering running for mayor. Just to say I did it, right? Just to say that I did it. You win or lose, it's fine. And, I think, Kelly, Britt herself, would be a good choice, because she's in the city a lot, too. I think she'd be a good choice for, like, the police and EMS liaison. And I want to ask Nicotine if he'd be interested in running the businesses aspect, like what Seth does. Because we're not corrupt. You know, we're not corrupt people. And we actually care about the people in the city. I need a 4th one, and I'm not exactly sure who that would be. I want to ask Gramps. I would love to ask Gramps, but, you know, 2 EMS, that's going to be, you know... I love Gramps. Gramps is one of the best people in the city. But, like I was saying about animals, this is where the pet stores were. The animal arc right there. There's like a whole interior. There's a veterinarian clinic. And then you could buy pets. You can introduce rats and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they could. But they only have so much they can add before it starts causing, like, slow down and... So I understand that, you know, that's why everything's coming in piece by piece. That way it gets us used to what we can do. It gets us used to the other stuff. Then they put new stuff in. It gives us new stuff to do. They don't want to put something in that's going to cause lag. But there's no bad idea, okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, they have that, actually. What server was it? Oh, no. It was an old server that I joined for like 20 minutes. I think it was called Continuation. And to be in Continuation, you had to have Red M, and you had to be in their other server. And you were literally playing as your great-great-grandson in 5M. Whoever you were in Red M, your 5M character was a descendant of that person. And it was owned by the same person. The same person owned the servers. It was an interesting thought, but I didn't play Red M. And when they found out, they were like, you have to be in Red M to be in here. And I was like, I'm not interested. That's why I was only in there for like 20 minutes. But it was an interesting idea, because it promoted more interaction between, because they had people who in Red M were best friends. But in 5M were like Hatfield and McCoys. Like something between Red M and 5M caused the whole entire family to do like a schism split, and they hated each other. So in one game, they were best friends, and in the next game, they had to act like they hated each other. It was a very good RP as well. I can't get into Red M. I've seen people play it. I've watched plenty of streamers. It's not something I think I would enjoy. But yes, somebody did that. I don't think they'd give you a bird. I don't think they would make a bird a pet. Give me a penguin, I'm good. Give me Pen 10, I'll be done. If anyone knows who Pen 10 is, post it in chat. And when I played Ark, when I found out you could tame a penguin, I had like 20 of them. And they didn't eat much. So I let them out on my base, I guess you would call it. I had a pen. I was raising animals on Ark. We had a 4-man crew. Yep, Evangelion. Yep, there you go. The penguin from Pen Pen. Yep, the Pen Pen is the penguin from Neon Genesis Evangelion. But we had a 4-person team in Ark. One was our explorer. One was our crafter. One built the base. One got the artifacts. One, but I built the bases and raised the animals. Alright, now I need these. I need to take these out and bring them up north. Oh, nope, wrong one. And then I need red grapes, which I need to turn this back on. And grapes. Or is it red or grape? Red grapes. Huh. This one's level 0 and it gives me 500. This one's level 0 and only gives me 200. Huh. I know, but it was still a penguin. I know, but I like Pen Pen. I thought it was a nice addition to it. Alright, so I'm actually considering buying the Rumpo back. But it only holds 80. I need 166. Red. The grapes don't expire. There's no expiry. Expiry. By the way, is a script. That would be awesome. You know what? That would be awesome. But yeah, no, in Ark, I raised the animals, and I helped them fight the bosses, but I wasn't big on, like, battling and all that. It was more of a, just, something to do. But that's going to the farm, and I'm going to take that truck, so. But yeah, we had one of my friends, she raised, she boosted stats. Like, she went out with the dinosaurs and raised the experience. And he got the artifacts. Then we had another one who was, like, boss battles. Just went straight into the bosses. She collected food, supplies. And then I would build the bases and raise from eggs. Or, babies. And then we had another one who was just, like, did everything else. Like, he was more of a bird brain than I was. But it was a good team. We got kind of far in it. But a live service game, like Ark, is kind of like Rust. You gotta play all the time. Otherwise, you'll start losing stuff. And I just became... with the job I already had, there were times where it was decided if a baby would die that I'd been raising, or I'd have to go help my patient. And there's no choice in that. So I was like, it just became a little too much. Okay, alright. The other day I was driving right here, and I was driving like this, and when I came over this bump, Lauren was also, and I just went head on with her. I couldn't see her, but I heard her, and I'm like, where is she at? And then I looked up like this, and I saw the car. But I legitimately, you can't look this, I can't see in front of me. Like, directly in front of me? I don't know if that car's coming. I do, but you know what I mean. But I just heard, uh-oh, Ari's running me over, and I was like, what? And I started looking around, and that's when I saw her. It's funny little things like that happen. There's an idea for any developer in here who, like, has their own server, test server or whatever. If you want to link it to a 5M server or a RedM server as well, to where That'd be a good way to get people to play. You know, make a Red M server called the exact same name. Like, I could see Joey's Milky Red M server. You know? Come play in the Red M server of milk. Expired grapes should become raisins, yeah. Yeah. If they had raisins, we could make raisin bread. Like, I'm all still about the desserts. Havoc wants to add new recipes in. I want to, like, send him my ideas, but I don't want to be like, you know, it's Havoc. You know, I don't want to be sending him dumb stuff that he's like, I don't need this. You know, I can do it myself, all that. But I had an idea for, like, 10 desserts that actually the ingredients I have make sense. But I don't want to, he's got enough on his plate. You know, he probably gets suggestions left and right from everyone. I don't want to add. Now, if they ever ask for it, like, you know, suggest recipes, then yes. Like, I have a recipe for ice cream. You know, now that we have oranges and vanilla, you can make sherbet. You know, stuff like that. I got a recipe for cake. That makes sense with the ingredients we have. It makes sense. They'd be like, okay, flour, eggs, water, butter, sugar, you know, all that, yeast. Maybe not yeast, I don't know. But, you know, there's the ingredients we use in every day. And we can produce that. Sweet milk coffee. You know, sugar, make coffee, sugar, and milk. You know? Instead of just, all we have now is black coffee. But you can make espresso, you can make, you know, all kind of coffee. TASA. Tower of Fantasy, I did play. I did play Tower of Fantasy. I didn't do it when the Evangelion stuff. I know they did it, but I had long since left it before that. It's one of those games that you can only get so far before they, like, really start pushing you to spend money. And they had a game called Infinity Nikki. And I enjoyed it. If you like platforming games, it's a good platformer. But they really do push you to spend real world money. It's a dress-up game, I will admit that straight out. Okay, as I was saying, I can't pick up my grapes, but I was too far over. Yeah, Infinity Nikki was a free-to-play game, so is Tower of Fantasy. But that's why they push you to spend money, because it's free to play. But Tower of Fantasy, I liked it. It was a good game. For what it was at the beginning, I've heard some bad things about it now. I heard they really went heavy into monetization. Kinda why Genshin Impact, I didn't care for it because I couldn't even get out the first chapter before they were like, spend money, spend money. They had a game I really enjoyed called Bless Unlimited or Unleashed. Bless Unleashed or Unlimited. And it was only for the consoles. It was free to play. Great hack and slash. And then they put it out for the computer, but they had to change certain things to make it work on the computer. And it destroyed it on the console. It made it just so much more grindy. Like you couldn't do any. They're getting GTA Anime Edition. That'd be cool. They had another game I saw. That was, I forgot that, it was just a code name this. You know, they don't have a name for the game. But that's what it was gonna be. It was just gonna be Anime GTA. And it instantly died. Like, just all of a sudden, I don't hit anything about it. Getting pocket wiped by a penguin, that would be awesome. No, the best part is, Pen would go get you a beer. Like, you just give me instructions. Don't give me something to drink, and he comes back with a beer. He had his own little refrigerator. You could just put him in there with him. Yeah, I'm a fan of 90s and early 2000 anime. Like, that's the animes I like. I love Tenchi Muyo. I grew up with him, that's why. I like the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I like the comedies. I'm not too big of a fan of the action ones. I tried watching Frenin. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I tried watching it. I hear it gets good, but I was like, I have other things I need to catch up on. They're re-releasing Ron Mahalf on Netflix. I've been watching that. I love Ron Mahalf. Shampoo was my favorite anime character for so long. This is just a thought I had, but the depth and length. They have that, but it wouldn't be for Redline. Public servers do that a lot. Like, they have a company called Steam Clash. And if you ever join a Steam Clash server, my suggestion to you is run away. Run away as fast as you can, because they are 100% about getting money from you. They do not care about RP. They only care about getting your money. And it's actually the city that I was in for a while, that Wade is now in. It's called, I'm not going to tell you the name of it. But yeah, it's you can get stuff, don't get me wrong, but if you want anything worth anything, it's going to cost you real world money. And I went in there just because, like, 2.0, we were all waiting. I still was in Redline during that time, though. But, yeah, no, I'm not going back to that server. I had real good friends there. I still talk to them on Discord every now and then. I'm trying to get 2 of them to come over here. My friend, Banda, she would work really well over here. I think she did White Crim, and I think she would work really well. And then I had someone who played like a frantic character, like always in a rush, always just, people are after me, paranoid. Then he was very good at it. There were 2 others I wanted, but we kind of had a falling out. I'm sad about that. I want to go back in there just to say hi to him and try to talk it out, though. One day I will. Alright, so I got my grapes. So, yep, everything looks like it's working. Production lines are producing. There we go, yeah. Whoever devs, thank you. Thank you so much. I got the grape, I think that's all I needed here with those 2 grapes. I got good on mustard. Yep, I have water in the things downstairs. So now let's go see if the grape machine is graping. Yeah, I got water here. I'm good with that. Let's see. 3 bottles. You know what? I can put these back in there because it's not going to produce them. But I need to talk to Bucket today. I mean, I'll talk to Ralph if he wants to sell, but the problem is all of my money is pretty much this. Where did this money come from? Oh. Okay, well, I guess I know who fixed it. Thank you, Havoc. If you need to take that out, take it out. I don't know what that's in there for, but... Okay, thank you. See, like I said, I have 1 employee, and I'm never going to fire him. He's got full access. Whatever he needs to test, he can test on my farm. I have 0 issues with that. Because it helps me out. You know, it helps me do the farm. Okay, so I need to put these up. If he's watching, these are for you. They're set aside, but in city, you don't know that. Yeah, I figured if he wanted the red wine, I figured he'd want the white wine as well. Which I'm gonna talk to Chris today about seeing if they don't want to keep the farm, then I'll tell him to sell it. I have 0 issues with that. 0 issues. I'm only doing it so that somebody's using it. Because they were just using it for storage. That's it. And when that storage ran out, they had no machines. So they wouldn't be able to produce more anyway. So it would just sit there dead. So I'll put their stuff at my farm, and I'll give them access. I'll give Chris and Snowy access to my farm. So where they need to get it, they can get it. And once it's gone, then it's gone. But I want to try to talk them into opening it up again. I get it, though. They're running a restaurant. Good morning, country boy. Snowspurt, they do have snow. There's random weather effects, and every now and then we'll get snow. Weather has to be turned on, though. Is time turned on? Yeah, okay. But, I loved it when it snowed. Everybody was like, I hate driving in the snow. I loved it. It made everything like pictures. Taking pictures in the snow was so good. There's one place where Teabag's farm is that when it's snowing, oh, the pictures come out amazing. But I want to talk to them about maybe investing, but they're running the restaurant too. So they might not, if they want to sell it, that's fine. I don't own it. I'm leasing it from them. And like I said, I can go get those machines, you know? I can go buy the 3 machines up here. I can buy them right now. It wouldn't be a problem at all. But yeah, I thought about it last night. I'm going back to something I said earlier. Now that I'm like, I know the law, I know 100% what I can and can't do, and I don't want to be illegal, there's a lot of people who are not going to want to interact. How's it all going? Anything needs on my side. I need to talk to that person. But I need to do this real quickly and make sure this is still working. Okay, we're gonna throw this in there. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So I should have... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's in the back of the truck. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, where'd my grapes go? But they're all in the back of the truck. Gotcha. I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right. I forgot, I put it all in the back. Okay, so I have... everything. My mind is, I'm sorry, y'all. My mind is gone. My mind is gone. Is this where I put them? Yeah, okay. See, I need to put all this back in. My mind is not minding right now. But I do want to see if I can make the, white wine. Because that's the last thing. Okay, so 70 coal plus the 30 I have down there will be enough to make the tequila. 100. 90 grapes, so I should have 200 red grapes with this. And I should have 200, or it's gonna be 300. Maybe 300 grapes. I was about to say, wait a minute, something ain't right, but... Oh yeah, the gas. I forgot I didn't fill it up. Oh well, if I run out of gas, I run out of gas. That's why I have a skateboard. Okay. I don't need the rubber anymore, so... I can probably just drop that somewhere. Or I might give it to Eddie. Eddie's giving me some glass, so I might give him the rubber I don't need. Yeah, but my plan, I'm not keeping this farm. I knew that when I got it, that eventually it would sell. But I'm trying to make it to where there's at least some use. I hate how it does that. Sometimes takes from the big one. But if that's it, that's nothing. That's a little meh issue. Okay, so 100 coal, 300 this. So we're gonna turn, I know I could make the red. Because I was able to make the red yesterday. So we're gonna turn the white on. It said I was missing the bottle, so I shouldn't have that problem anymore. I can't make the tequila because I don't have the bottles. I mean, I guess I could do like 50-50. No, I'll do 100. Because I want to sell to Harry. So we're gonna sit here for 3 minutes. Mind is not minding. So I'm gonna take 2 of these waters back to my other farm because I only had 100 there. That's right there, that right there. I'm gonna go put this in the back of my truck. Farm maintenance. Nope, that's about to expire. The bandages last a while, though. I got that like 3 days ago, and it's just now in yellow. Alright, as soon as I see one bottle of white, I can leave here. Yeah, but see, the bacon, I don't think Rex's uses bacon. I know they use kebab. They don't use raw chicken, but they can use it for nuggets. But yeah, once those are the only 3 items they still have here. Is the nugget, the chicken, the kebab, and the bacon. 4 items. And I can move those into my farm. That's easy. That's like 200 stock. That's nothing. So if Chris wants to sell it, then I'll talk to him. Now that I have the money to basically sell these and go rebuy them, I'm gonna have to put some money in here, though. Maybe it goes half my money. But it's worth it. You know what? I'm gonna repair it after it's done. That way, if he wants to sell, I don't have to repair it again. I'll leave the money in there, though. We're still waiting. 1 minute. Project Mugen. Yeah, you're right. That's it. That's what it was. Project Mugen. I couldn't remember the name of it, but yep, that's what it was. Anata? Ananta? But yeah, I was looking at it being like, I wonder. Ah, no problem, Kosh. He's gonna catch up with that. Alright, 1 minute. So yeah, that's all that we can make here. They sold every farm. They don't own any of the farms. And the only machines are the ones I bought. So, the reason I'm going is, the machine sold, vehicle sold. You know, money, he withdrew all the money. And then this was me testing if I can put and take money out. This is me buying the alcohol license, and then buying the upgrade. I bought an upgrade to the stock. Yeah, they didn't have this, so I bought this one. Or maybe, no, yeah, I bought the stock upgrade. They didn't even have one. And then I deposited that's tequila, and then I bought the white and red wine, and then this is upkeep. You know, like buying the sausages and stuff like that. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Grape, white, grape. So it's still 1 minute. Let's refresh it. I know I've already done that. Uh-oh. It's still not doing it. It's still saying glass bottle. Well, hold on. I didn't take these out. So this still says bottle. Let's take them out. Put them back in. Maybe they change. I don't know. The other one said glass bottle. Like at the other farm, it said glass bottle. But these don't. These are still saying just bottle. So let's see if I take them out. I can't drop them in here or they'll disappear. So sometimes popping them out of my inventory. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's why I got that money. Maybe they bought the bottles I had and replaced. I don't know. So now I'm gonna have to go get bottles. So I'm gonna put these in my trunk for now. So that means the bottles I sold to, it might be, but no, it should be for everyone. It should be, because we're all gonna need glass. We're all gonna need the bottle. But, I don't know. We'll see, though. He might be doing it. I might have just, you know, I don't know. We'll go put him in my farm and see if it's bottle or if it turns into glass bottle. I don't know. If I lose the 100 bottles, guess what? You know, okay. I can make them now. You know, now I can make them. Now I know how to make them. I'll mass produce them. Especially if Bucket gets in. You know, as long as I don't touch the iron and the lithium, I don't think they're gonna have a problem with me being able to take glass out. Because I'm gonna pay for the glass machine. I'm gonna go buy it's a $50,000 glass smelter. I'll buy it. I'll make the sand, and I'll put it in there just so, you know, it's not like I have to sit there and watch it. But I mean, I could just do it at my farm, though. We talked to Seth. We talked to Seth yesterday, and he believes that if we drop stuff like the machines, if I buy the drill and the smelter, he believes that it should stay in my farm, right? Until I pick it up. But he wasn't 100% sure. So Chris William, Sean was gonna try that, and I told him to let me know what happened. Because I'll just, I'll go buy it as well, and I'll just make it at my farm. But I'm not sure if it'll stay or not. And I mean, a drill is $24K, so that's, you know, not cheap. But maybe that's why the money was deposited. Maybe it was the bottles that I already had. They basically bought them back. I don't know. If he wants to take it back, he can. I have zero issue with that. I'm gonna put him over here. Oh, they're in the truck, damn it. I thought I had them in my pocket. Bird braining, y'all. Well, no, I can ask, when, either Rodney Teabag or Sean get in, maybe Riley, they're all doing alcohol, too. So I can ask them, hey, are you making bottles? Are you able to make bottles? You know, and if they can't, then I know what to do, you know? The dev team knows exactly what to do. But yeah, as much as I say, like, oh, I can't do it, I'm not complaining. You know, I'm trying to... I don't want some... I'd rather go through it myself than have other people, like, not be able to do it. You know, when the other people come in. Because that's what makes people not want to do it. Is when there's problems. And I don't want there to be problems. Alright, so I got... This coal could be used to make the sand. Or to make the glass. That's gonna be a lot, though. Will it, though? Not really. It's gonna cost me 10 oil to make 100 coal. It's gonna cost me 100 oil to make the glass, to make the coal, you know, all of it said and done. Well, no, it won't. No, it won't. Oh, yeah, I have to break the rocks. So it's gonna cost 100 to make 100 sand. So that's at $40, that's 4,000. Then it's gonna cost another 10 to make the 100 coal. So that's 4,500 to make 100 glass. You know, it probably is worth investing in that drill and the smelter for here. But see, can I put them in this room? Maybe. I maybe could put the drill here. And maybe the smelter here? The smelter's not big. I don't know. Just have it back there working. I wish this was an option. That would be awesome if I could open that. Put it down there. But I understand, you know, that's a little much. I like what I got. Yeah, okay, I can make plenty of mustard. I need to actually make some more flour. I do need to make some more flour eventually. Because I need to make that bread machine. The bun machine, I need to repair it enough where I can sell it. Yes, look, 3 bottle, glass bottle. So these 3 were the 3. I don't know where did these 3 come from. So I'm gonna take that back. Is this making bottle or is this making... No, it has to be making glass bottle. Because, yeah, so I'm still gonna be short now. Because this is only gonna make 10 bottles. That's gonna be 90. Oh, no. I'm only making 100 of these. So that's fine. I'll still have some. So I'm gonna put all the bottles aside. And we're gonna go try to make... Because we're gonna put them here. This glass that I had. 29, that was good. I don't know if... We're gonna go try to make 2 more glass. I'm gonna need 1 coal. Or no, 2 coal. Yeah, because I need to make 2. Yep, okay. So we're gonna try to go make 2 more glass. I just need 2 rocks. That's it. I know, I did not forget my gas gauge. I'm going right now. The live text is the size the stop and sound button. No, there's a live text. I'm just reading it on the chat. Hey there, Spot. Hey, truck, you stop. That cow's crossing the street. Alright. I watched yesterday a car hit a cow, and then another one ran out of the road and he hit that cow too and didn't even stop. So I chased him down. No cruelty to animals near my farm. Seatbelt. Important. Yet not having that reminder, that beep, beep, beep. Having muted that sound. Yeah, it's dangerous driving sometimes when I'm not paying attention. I swear I might be his only customer. I know I'm his best customer. But his gas is cheap. Oh, you were talking. Yeah, okay. No problem. Did he upgrade this? Like, I don't think you can. Like, does this have a restaurant? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. I know you can't use the ATM either. You can only rob it. Yeah, like I see people sit here and they take the hose out when they're done. You just have to third eye this. When the gas is put in, you just third eye return the nozzle. There you go, hop in the truck, you go. I've had a problem with my gas lately that if I don't put it in the garage right away, like the gas will disappear. I've been putting it saves the car when you put it in the garage. So I've been putting it away after I get gas and then taking it back out. Somebody gave me an idea. They told me that every time I'm driving without my seatbelt, whenever somebody sends like an alert, like a chat or a member, give them a reward. To remind me to put my seatbelt on. I said, I don't want it. But, you know, I wore an afro because somebody in my chat asked me to. They sent the super chat and then asked me to put the afro on, and I did it. I'm actually considering putting that back on. People liked it. Like, in the city, it got a reaction, which is what I was hoping for. And then a lot of people in chat liked it. I wouldn't wear it all the time, but, you know, every now and then. Switch it out into my normal hair rotation. Oh, sorry. Yep, today has been, you know, it's a farming stream. But I feel like I've actually done stuff. Like I've gotten things done. So we're gonna go get 2 more pieces of glass. We're gonna put it in, turn the bottle machine on. Just as like another test, I guess. Which it's funny too, because the only reason I knew the other day about all of them making fun of me when they were robbing Vangelico is somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up on YouTube to tell me the timestamp of when they were doing it. I wouldn't even have known. So I was like, huh. But, and then later on, the reason I got over it real quick, they told me they didn't do it to like poke fun. They did it to be like, hey, people are talking about you. And that's how I'm gonna take it, you know? That's how I've decided to look at it. Is it was all in fun. They weren't trying to be mean. They were just having fun. And I'm hoping, you know, we can all do that. Alright, I just need 2 rocks. That's it. No mining for a ton of coal. I could turn that off, actually. Of course, I get 2 flint. I don't even know if flint is used for anything. There's 1 rock. I'm gonna go this way. There we go. I'm gonna keep the core, of course. Oh, nope, no, wait, I need that. I meant to drop that. We'll go here. Yeah, but I don't know why you can't make sand. Oh, I don't have oil. I'm sorry. Yep, I needed 2 oil as well. I don't know why you can't make sand at the advanced drill, but there's a reason, you know? They know it. There's a reason for everything here. I don't hit that. You can actually steal that. I don't think it disappears when you get in it. I think I did it way early in the server. Let's open this. I need 2 oil. Let's put it there. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that for oil and battery. Because I'll go talk to Bob. Bob is half owner of the Sandy Shores mini mall. I'll go talk to him about giving me a deal on oil. 10 seconds? Yep. Yeah, I know. See, I took it the wrong way because I was in my feels about something else. And it was easy to just blame something else. You know, but no, I don't hold no ill will toward them. They're all great content characters, and they're all good people, too. Like, they care about what they're doing. You can see. They're not just like, hey, I'm streaming, give me money and I'll do stuff. No, that's not what they're doing. They actually care about providing, like I do, good time for everyone. Alright, let's go make 2 pieces of glass, and we will see. I think I might have already done this, but I don't know if I did it after they fixed it. So. It ain't gonna take nothing. 10 more seconds. Flint is for muzzle loaders and arrowhead. Well, you know what, Flint? Maybe it's gonna be used for Havoc's musket. Maybe that's why it's in here, just for that. That would actually be pretty hilarious. I might have just given him an idea, you know? Make ammunition, have musket balls, and it takes Flint to make them. As we all know, it's only a matter of time before the musket comes back. We all know that. Do the sniper rifle musket. Didn't he do that one time? Like it had the range of a sniper rifle. I want to say he did that one time. I don't know. I mean, a musket had a pretty long range, even for a musket. Yeah, I sold all my ore to Hatchet yesterday. I'm still not big on the thing on the hood, but, you know, when I put it on, everybody's like, ooh. So I was like, okay, I'll leave it on. I do like the color, though. Like, a lot of people told me the green doesn't work with the red, but I like it. It's like a wine red. I don't intentionally want to, yeah, they're putting in guns, but I asked them, I asked Harry if there was going to be a non-lethal, and he said no. So that's why I decided to get against getting my license. Arya's afraid of guns. You know, she don't like them. But like a taser, hi Paul, a taser? Yeah, I could have messed with that because it's non-lethal. It would have given me enough time to run away or skateboard away if someone was trying to get. Like if they introduce a stun gun, she might be interested in that. You know, a little melee where you just hit them with it and they fall like they've been dazed. It's non-lethal. Like if they had shotgun with birdshot pellets. Because birdshot can be fatal, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to tell them, hey, look, stop what you're doing. Buckshot is meant to be lethal. Flint is what makes it go bang. Steel plate, but yeah, I know, but it's just I don't know anything Flint's used for. It might be used in ammo. I don't know. It might be, but I don't. It might be used in gunpowder. I don't know. But just an idea, for when the musket returns. All right, so see if I do this and it doesn't work again, then I can adjust the ticket I sent in and be like, this is working, this is working. Try to help them figure it out. That way everybody does. Two glass. And we're gonna turn the bottle machine back. It's already on. Did I have glass in here already? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, it added it to that, and it's been doing that. So yeah, I think that's working. I think if it wouldn't have added, or when this is done, if we have 2 left over, then we'll know. But yeah, this is making, this is producing, so we got that's good. Like, I mean, Bucket told me to buy him out of his foundry stake is going to be like 600K. I wouldn't offer him that. I might offer him 5 because you're going to lose. You're going to lose money when you sell it. It's not like a gigantic money press. And for what I'm using it for is for glass. That's not a hot commodity other than farming. They introduced bows and arrows. Oh. See, now they might could do that for hunting because the license also includes hunting. But I don't think they would put that outside the city. Do you have a sword blueprint? I was interested in the Elvish sword because from what I've understood, they told me the blade is green. But it's illegal to own, so I'm not going to own it. So yeah, that's like, I'm not going to own it. Arya needs a gun to protect her animals, yeah. But they told me that they have a red katana, and they told me the Elvish sword has a green blade. But I talked to Harry, and I was asking him about the weapons license, and I asked him, is the sword covered? And he's like, no, it's not. So I was like, oh. It's gonna have 1 bottle. Because 82 is where it's gonna stop. Because I'm gonna run out of barley powder and water. And probably hops. Yeah. I need to go get hops. I need to go get like 200 of them. I don't make the beer that often, though. And that's what you use it for. Did I turn the red farm back on? No, I did not. Let's see. Yeah, this is working. This is full. Water's on. I don't know why the water's turned off, but it was. That's turned on. That hop farm is off. I need to turn it on. I went and got some this morning to make the beer. Okay, and everything else is full. You want to keep them full. That way if I need something, I can go get it. And the machines are pretty good condition. The frame separator. That's a lot of money though. I don't really need this machine right now. These are the 4 machines I mostly need. So I'm not gonna do the cream separator right now. The flour mill's good. The grain mill's good. That's good. That's gonna finish producing what I need to. I won't need to fix that. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. But yeah. But I'm gonna sell, if I can talk to Sean, and he wants to do the bread, the buns, and the tortillas, I'll sell mine. That way he can do it, and I'm not competing with it. But right now, I don't know. I think I'm the only one making tortillas and bread. I don't know that. But the city's gotta eat, so I need to make tortillas. I'm actually sold out of them. Bread, I'm at 200. Cheese, I'm at 59. Cheese only sells at like 40 at a time, maybe 50. It's not as big as I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, I'm out of tortillas. What do I need to make tortillas? Flour, yeast, eggs, full water crate. So I got the water crates in the back of my car. Or no, I brought them over here. Eggs and flour, I only have 80. But I have to make some more flour. I got the yeast. Eggs, I'd need 100 eggs. No. It makes what? Oh, it makes 5, so I need 20. I need like 40. That way I can make 200. So I have 40 flour. Yeah, I have all this. I have enough to make it. I was about to make like 2,000 tortillas. Okay, so I need 40 flour. I do need to actually make some more flour, though. I need 40 water. That was up close. Yeast. I'll take this 40 yeast. That way I'm not digging in. And the other thing was eggs. I have that. I should go get some more, though, just in case someone wants egg. That way I'll have 200 tortillas, and if the city needs tortillas, then I can produce them for them. Tortilla. That's how a man I know used to say it. He used to say tortilla. When they're not in use, they're up here, so I'm not using any of these machines right now. $32 gigabyte of RAM on an iPhone 16. I mean, the phone, if you need a phone, right? If you don't need a phone, I still have my phone from like the year 2020. It still works. I've not had an issue with it, so I'm not going to replace it until I actually need it. But if you need the RAM, then get the RAM. Okay, so we're going to go get some eggs real quickly. We're going to go get, 40 would be, 20. So we'll get 68. That way I'll have 8. No. We don't need 60. So they're leaving you at 20. We'll get 40. Because eggs don't sell. Eggs are used in mayonnaise, I think. I think that's it. And mayonnaise, while you need it, it's not like the big thicket. Because I don't think the hot dog or the chicken nuggets. I know, RAM's gonna eventually go back down, though. It just, all the people starting up these AI companies, you know, they're all gonna start falling. Gemini and ChatGPT are gonna start buying them. And then the RAM prices will go down when people stop making money off. Get eggs just right there. They're right around the corner. I have no issue getting those. Hops now. Funny story. The hops, you didn't see this morning. The hops are right here. Like one of these roads. Like very close. I got all the way over here before I realized that. Like I had driven all the way up to Roxwood before I realized it was right around the corner. But yeah, I know the RAM, I know a lot of people would be like, get the RAM, but if you need a phone, I'd get the phone. But if, you know, if it's not having a problem, like it's holding the charge, its screen's good, then, you know, get what you need is fine. I never have the money to, like, go buy that kind of stuff, so I get what I need. The money I'm using from the streaming is going to basically maintenance for the computer when something breaks so I can fix it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not spending a dime of this money. I'm saving it to either upgrade to stuff I need or to fix it if something happens. I'm putting the money back into the program. Because I bought a pre-built... I got my computer from Sam's. I'll be honest. It's a wholesale club. And it served me well, and it's doing this fine, but it's over a year old now. I think it's, like, the product, I think, is over 2 years old. But I've had it for at least a year. So I know eventually I'm going to either have to upgrade it to play 6, or something might fall on it, and I have to replace it. Alright, so the farming should be done. Plus, here's the thing though, the hotfix, he might have to go farm to do it. It might not be something he can just, click on one farm and it's all fixed. They might have to go to every one to do it. So that's why I'm not so... that's why I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not sad about it. But yeah, no, anything he needs to change, he definitely... I 100%, I'm on chat. This is in public knowledge. Anything that they want to work on farm-wise, they have full permission to use my farm. If they need my help there, I'm more than willing to help them. For free. I'm not asking for money. I want to make, I want everything looking nice and working fine. Okay, so I got the tortillas going. I should make the burger buns as well until... No, I'm going to make the tortillas, then I'm going to make the burger buns. Till I can repair the machine. Because, I'll go to do this, bun machine. Upgrade, but I'll go to sell, and up here it'll say machine is too damaged. But then I can't repair it. So I'm stuck with it. Are you going to get all the farms and stuff? Stuff. No, I'm not going to get them all. I mean, you can use mine if he wants to. I have zero issues with that. But anything that's broken on my farm, chances are it's going to be broken on that farm as well. The other ones. I didn't put anything up here, did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, when I get the alcohol all situated here, the alcohol is going to go up here, and the regular farming stuff is going to go down here. That way I can keep it separate. So for now, all I got are these bottles, which if I was evil, I would sell them to another farm. But I know they're not going to work, so I'm not going to do that. I wonder if I can sell those at, the pawn shop or something. I doubt it. No, I doubt it. The stolen items. The resource buyer probably wouldn't buy it either. It is what it is. I'll have them. Eventually there might be a use, another use for them. Like I said, I've said all the time, more stuff's being added in. There might become a day where they need another use for them. So we're gonna go on an adventure right now. It's funny, I put gas in one truck and then I stopped driving it. And now I'm driving the truck that's half full. I also need to look. I got something from YouTube saying there's more levels than you need 3,000 watch hours, and then they say I needed 4,000, and they say I needed 5,000, and then that was it. Well, I got the 5,000. So there's more stuff I can do, and I need to go over that today and look. I mean, get the great farm and other farms. I do. I already have all that. The only farms I don't have are the brand new ones they just added in. And I have one of those, though. I bought the hop farm and the spice farm, but the spice farm was thrown in by itself. But they added a bunch of new farms, and I just can't afford to buy them, and I don't see the point in buying them right now. I might buy the rice farm. If he sent me a message saying, hey, I deposited money, buy this stuff and test it for me, yes, 100% I would do it. But I don't know why they put the money in there, and I'm not questioning it. They might take it out later. I don't know. So I'm just going to leave it sit there for a bit. But I mean, if they needed me for something, they know where to find me. We're going to go look over here at the foundry for a second. Don't pull into me. Don't pull into me. Good. I love this foundry too, because I would not like having to go into the city all the time. Okay, so we're gonna go here. See, I wonder if somebody's tested out the foundry stuff to see if it's working correctly. Okay. I need to go to the dashboard. There is no rock farm. I think we've decided that. There's no copper, or not copper. There's no coal farm, which makes sense. There's no rock farm, right? No. Okay, there's no rock farm, so you can't. I'd have to make my own rocks. I'd have to go do that. There is no rock breaker to make sand. So, yep, I'd have to make my own sand. But there is something to make glass. There is a glass smelter. So it's 500 or 550,000. Maybe. I don't know. But 50K, so I could buy this, I'd still have to make the sand on my own. I'm wondering if it's worth it. Like, I could just make this at my farm. But I want to promote business between the foundries and the farm. But it honestly, it would just be easier to make it in my farm. It's one of those, like, if they had the other stuff, if they had the rock breaker and the rock farm, if I could just pay 150 and get all of it done, I would do it that way. And I would just go mine coal. I'd probably do like 200 coal a day, put it in there, let it run. But just because I have to do 2 of the steps myself, I'd only be skipping the 3rd step, and I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, it takes more time. I think it would take more time to come up here and put it all in than it would be to just do it at my farm. Especially if that's the way Sean's gonna go, then that, you know. There's no interaction between the farm and the foundry, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that. It would be a way for the foundry to get a little money, you know, dealing with people. But is it better? That's the question. I don't have my seatbelt on. Oncoming traffic with no seatbelt? What is this? Heavy rain? Ugh, it came close. To be honest, ever since I had that, conversation in chat the other day about owning 2 farms, I do believe that guy is right. And I've really been, like, once all this was fixed and I can make the wines, I was going to sell them all and put it in my farm anyway. And just tell Chris, look, we're going to sell it. But, yeah, I think it's right. I think it's time to give that farm to someone who's going to use it. Like, more than I would. I just want to see it, but it wasn't wasted. That it wasn't just going to sit there collecting dust while someone stored food in it. You know, I'll let them store. I'll give them 500 in mine. If they need to go put some stuff up, if they buy too much, you know, they can come throw it in my farm. I won't question it. You know, if they take something from my farm, they can. If they need bread, they can take it. Just let me know. And, you know, Snowy's good about that. Snowy's a pretty honest person. But only Snowy and Chris would have access. No one else. But I've decided on which machines I'm gonna buy right now. Not right now, but the ones that I want to buy, because I wanted to buy. You need to buy. You can't buy the quarry. I wish. But, you know, people will, if I go up there while people are getting coal, they'll just drop their rocks. You know? They could just drop the rocks. They don't keep them. And I can just pick them up that way. Alright, Elite tested the foundry. It's good to go. Okay, good to know. Can you access the foundry market from the farm market? Yes, I can. We all can. Because, Hatchie is selling silver ore at where else? That's Hatchie's, foundry. And she's had that on there for more than a month. Like, these have been on there for 2 days. But yeah, he's been trying to sell that kebab for a while. But the machines I'm going to end up having are the bottle machine. Maybe these 2. Maybe. If Sean doesn't want to do them, then I'll keep them. I'm going to keep the cheese, the cream, the flour. This one, and this one. Definitely this one and this one. I'm going to buy the rice mill. I'm going to keep my coffee beer. And I'm going to get the 2 wines, tequila, vodka, and sake. But these 2 are not going to be sold to anyone but Harry Wolfenstein. That's it. And if I told Lemon, if he wants to buy this in the Lemon Farm, I will make him his own beer. I will make lemon beer for him. That way he can do whatever he wants with it. But he has to buy the machine and the farm, which would be $80K. He can have an exclusive beer just for him. Kind of like I'm doing the wine. Havoc is the only person that I've been selling the wine to. So it's his exclusively. I even made him an exclusive bottle. Like the other wine is not the wine he gets. He gets his own exclusive wine. Yeah, okay, the beer coffee is coffeeing. The glass is done. I'm good on all my ingredients. I'm making the bread. Yep, they could. And I'm gonna suggest that. I'm gonna suggest that to them, but I'm gonna say if I buy the glass machine for them, because that's, it's $50K. But yeah, if they had them all, well, I understand the coal they're not gonna do. I get that, and I get why they do it too. But the rock, the sand, they could add that if they wanted to. And definitely the foundry and the farm. The farm's not bad. Going to get the rocks, I would get those while I got coal. But a rock breaker to make sand, yeah, I'd buy both of them. I'd pay $100K to get both of them. And I would just go drop off the coal, or I might make it into coal, because then I'd have to repair another machine. Plus, we all would use the coal breaker. Okay, so. Farming has done farming. Prime Zero white wine? I don't know. I was thinking, somebody the other day when I was mentioning said call it Chandelier. And I was like, that is actually a nice name for a white wine. I don't know what I would call it, though. I'd have to get, not with Havoc, but with French. Because I don't think he understands that he has his exclusive wine. Because I texted him the stuff, but he never sent anything back. So I don't know if that's his exclusive wine. No one else can buy that except him. And I was going to do it for the white wine, but I wanted to see if he had a name for it. Because that way I sent him a picture. That way if he wants to show people, he could, like, put it on a menu or something like that. And I called it Redline because I know in City Aria knows that he owned Redline Tuners. That was his previous business. So she named it in memorial of that. The Chateau Redline. And I used the logo from the city, but, I don't think you guys are going to really care about that. Hey, we're going to go get something to eat. No seatbelt. If I jump this full speed, my roof rack will hit the top of that. La Bestiole? Give it a French name? I was gonna let him name it, to be honest. I named the red wine. I was gonna let him, because, red wine, red line. But I was gonna talk with him when he opens his restaurant. If he wanted to buy it from me, I'd sell him exclusive that only he gets and let him name it. I'll take his last strawberry. They increased the stock of all so no oil, but he has power cells. I don't need power cells, though. But I would need, to make the sand, the glass, I would need this and this. So it's only $55K. It's the cost of a machine, basically, to get this. And I'd be able to break the rock into sand, and even if they did the other way, it would be $100K. It would be half of what the foundry would want. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Because even if somebody at the foundry decided to start selling glass, they have to go get the rock. They have to break the rock down themselves. They have to make this, all that. And they bought a foundry so that they wouldn't have to do that. They bought the foundry so they can make iron ingots with put coal in there. He has not had ice cream today. I'm getting some, I'm getting some wicked headache in here. Alright, I mind a little bit that I raised mine. Yeah, I did, because I can't do it. I go to take this one, and if you look down at the bottom, skill already unlocked, but I can't take any of these because I can't take them. So I can't, this one, same thing. I took this one yesterday. So I can't take any more skills at all. Except this one. This is the only skill I can take right now. This one and one of these. And I don't want those. So until they fix the crafting, the level tree, until the skill tree, I'm stuck. I can't level up anything. And then you have, on the other hand, you have Gramps, who can't do it to level up. I would give him all of my points so that he can get parkour. But this right here is what's causing the problem. That right there is what I think causes the problem. I can't take it. I have this one, but it is always refused. I never had a problem until I took this one. And I can't take this one at all. I've offered to reset my skills to see if that helps. They told me it would not. It would let me select all these again, probably. I wouldn't fill this one out until... I wouldn't even take any of these. Like, I wouldn't take any of this. I mean, eventually I would. But, eventually I would fill all of these out. This one and this one. And this one, then I'd probably go to this. Because she don't like guns. She's not going to be using a gun. But check, when they fix the skill tree, I'll be able to, do it all. I wonder if my other ones are messed up, too. Nope, this one's fine. And this one's fine. Okay. It's just this one today. But yeah, I can't take any of these. I'm stuck now. I can't do anything. It'll get fixed eventually. I'm patient. I got the mining ones. That's, I brought it to their attention, I think, twice now. So it's not like they don't know. I don't have any cash on me, do I? No. And how much do I have in the fishing store? I might just take all the money out the fishing store. I don't need anything out of here anymore. I'm not going fishing. If I have like 200, you know what? I'll leave 50 bucks in there, just in case I ever do want to go fishing. That'll get me bread. But I'll take that out. Yeah, that's put in my account. Yeah. I find fishing so boring now, and that's because I did it so much. I burnt myself out on it. Right, ooh, I do need to speak to, that guy. He texted me. Let me go over here. Let me go back in the mini mall and I'll call him. Well, y'all are gonna know about the case now, because I gotta kinda call him.
Your call has been...
Oh, he's not in the city now. Okay, I'll text him. Nope. I misspelled his name horribly. I'm trying to contact Harry. If I don't hear from him today, I'll file, I meant to say file. I'll file the suit tomorrow morning. They have 14 days to file a suit. This happened 2 days ago. Or I think you might have 7. It's either 7 or 14. Like I said, I'm still... My bird braining right now. Let's see. I need to know this, though. I need to know this. How many days do I have to file? Let's see. Give me a second. I'm racking my brain right now. Ugh. I'm gonna get this. I guarantee you I am not looking at it. I think you have 7 days. Must start. Yeah, I think you have 7 days to file it. At least. You have 7 or 14. It's 7 or 14. But it's only been 2 days. So they have to keep their body cam for 14 days. And I can subpoena that. But yeah, he has a case. Oh, if what he says happened, if we watch that body cam and everything he says happened the way it happened, it's a slam dunk. Like, there's, I don't know what defense the PD could offer. I mean, honestly, that's why I'm just gonna tell him, if you want to settle out of court right now, we can do it. My client has given me permission to talk to Harry about it and see if Harry just wants to settle right then. And if Harry says no, then we'll take him to court. Like, I've already been thinking about the questions, right? Like, because I don't want an objection. You know, I don't want there's no hearsay. It would all be based on the body cam. But I don't want, like, speculation and all that. Because I don't, you know. I want to ask the factual questions, you know, like, that are not open to interpretation. Let me put it that way. Yeah, so if I paid 55... Oh, well, okay. Oh, I probably would. But, if I pay 55, I could put the smelter right here. And I could put the drill right here. Or I don't think the drill would fit right here. Drill's a little big. I could put the smelter on here and, like, the drill over here. I don't know. But, I mean, it's going to be 55K versus 100K if they add the rock smasher in. So, I mean, it's like, I could pay half and just do it here. Or I can work with the foundry. I want to work with the foundry, but I don't want to do all the extra work that's just going to have me, you know, doing more mining all day. I wouldn't mind getting the rocks and the coal, because I get those at the same time. It's paying for the oil to make coal ore, paying for the oil to make sand. It's going to end up costing me more. I'd have to do that if I owned it, I know. But if they put a rock smasher in the foundry, then I could just pay 100K and just go get coal ore and rock. That's it. You know, use the coal ore to make coal, or use the coal smasher to make coal ore, and then use that to break the rocks. So I'd be like 200 for every 100. Because it would take 100 to break the rocks down, and then it would take 100 to make them into glass. I mean, I could do that. 200 ore takes me like an hour. But I need that rock breaker to be in. Otherwise, it's going to cost me the same amount. I just wouldn't have to make coal. You know, I could just put coal ore. No, it wouldn't. It would still cost me the sand, yeah. It would save me. How much would it save me? Nothing. Yeah. It would save me 10 oil. That's it. $400. Or $500. That's all it would save. Yeah, no, $400. That's all it would save me to not do it at my farm. So I think I'll talk to Sean today, and if he said it stayed in, because he was going to drop it right then. If he tells me it stayed in, then I don't know. I'll talk to Hatchie, I'll talk to Ralph, I'll talk to Max, and tell him, hey, if y'all want to make glass, the farms will probably be able to buy them. But without someone, like, dedicated farming like I have used to, I don't think it would work. It's too easy to buy the stuff for us to use than go to them. Let me put it that way. It's a lot more easy and convenient for us to do it than it would be for them to do it. I'm trying to think, like, how could they... Maybe the rock breaker only costs 20K and not 50? Because then it's only 70K and... I mean, I don't know. The math's not working. I would need, for every 100 coal, I would need 10 oil. So there's 10 oil right there is $400 if I buy it at full price. If I can't talk Bob and Harry into giving me a deal on it. It would take 100 oil to make 100 sand. So we're at 110 oil. So I'm doing the math right now. Let me do that. 110 times 40 is 4,400. So it would take me 4,400 to make, that'd be 100 coal. That would be, and I'd need, the 100 coal would be to make the 100 oil would be for the sand and the rock. So to make that would be, and then I wouldn't need any money for the coal to go to glass, because I already have the coal. So yeah, to buy right now for me to make 100 glass, let me see, 2,500 plus 30,000. For me to do it all by myself, it would take $59,400, and then every 100 bottles would be 4,400 money. To buy it at the foundry would definitely cost at least 100K, and then I'd still have to do the sand, or it'd be 50K, and I would still have to do the sand. It would still cost 4,400. Let me put it that way. So yeah, the foundries, the way the foundry's set up right now, it's not even worth it to even go to them for glass. It's too expensive for them and for us. Because they'd have to sell the glass for at least like $100 to $200 to make a profit. And I'm not going to pay that. Not when I can make it myself really cheap. Plus, I could just go to the public place. You know, I could just go to the quarry and do it all. I don't have to buy the smelter or the drill. But yeah, I would love to tell them, hey, that was my plan, was if it got made glass, go to the foundry, but it would cost me double to use the foundry than it would to not use it. So there's no point in me using the foundry for this. I'm trying in my head to figure out how to make it work. And I can't. I don't see it. It would cost me $6,000, let me say $60,000 to go right now and make 100 bottles. Or it would cost me, let's see, I wouldn't have to refine the coal. So that's 10 oil, so that's $400 less. And I'd have to spend, yeah, I'd have to have double, yeah, it would cost me 50K just for the glass machine. And then I still would have to go buy and do everything else. So it's not worth it. It's not, and the gas I would waste driving back and forth. So no, it's not. They have to do something about the foundry, or it's just not worth it at all. Even if the rock breaker was 20K, it's still cheaper to do it myself. The only way I could see it is if the glass and the rock breaker was like 50K for both of them. Then maybe I could see people using it to make a profit. But it's not there. Not for the farm, not for bottles. It's not there. We'd have to start charging like $750 to $800 for a bottle of alcohol. And the restaurants aren't going to buy it for that, and the people aren't going to buy it for that. Like, alcohol should cost less than the drugs that they're selling illegally. But I mean, I'm selling alcohol for $500 a bottle, and I have multiple people buying it. So I'm trying to, like, in my head, I'm trying to make this work. To use the foundry, but I can't. Because there's no real, like, I'll be honest, the farm for the past month and a half, or the first month it was open, it was probably the worst property because we couldn't do anything with it. But now, the foundry, definitely. I mean, they can make lithium and iron and copper. That's pretty much the only way they make money there. For now. For now. That's the key word, y'all. For now. There will be stuff where they will be able to do it, but I'm kind of glad right now I did not buy a foundry. They made money, though. They've been selling iron ingots and copper ingots, and if they had a way to turn those ingots into plates, then they could have really made some money. But I mean, they spent more on coal than I've probably made on this farm still. Because they were buying coal from me like crazy. All the foundries were. I mean, hell, I've probably sold probably 175K coal just to Hatchie alone. So, I mean, I'm trying to, it's cheaper for me to just, this is off the top of my head, 1 coal to make 10 stone. Make 10. Yeah, it could, but that it's still really not out of the realm to do it 1 for 1. Like when I first was like, my God, this is gonna take this much. And then I figured it out, I'm like, well, you know, I'm making, let's see, if I make 50K. If I make 50K on 100 bottles, if I divide that by, or, not divide, but minus, no, still bad, there we go, minus 4,400, I'm still making, and then I divide that by 100, even if I made my own glass and paid the full price, I would still be making $456 per bottle of alcohol. So, you know, that's not bad. Let's see, minus 500, that means $44 of every bottle would be going 10%. And no, 1%. I don't know. But yeah, see, it still would make, because at first I was going to be like, you know, can we do 1 rock makes 5 sand? But then I thought about it and I said, even 1 to 1, I'm still making a hell of a profit off of this. But now it's not so much how much we get out of it, it's how to make the foundry profit from it as well. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. How do I get the foundry involved, and how do I make it worth their while to get involved? Because right now it's not worth it. Yep, here we go. I think I need to talk to Sean. Let me see what he's saying. Oh, I went the wrong one. You have to remake the line. The bottle is still old bottles. If you haven't done that already. Yep, I know. Yep. I should give him those old bottles. Be like, you gotta have these, but I'll keep them. Like I said, there might be something later on for him, you know? There might be something later on. I'm not gonna try to swindle anyone. Yeah, you need the grinders. I know, I enjoy doing the mining still. It's not like enjoy. I wonder if I had parkour, if I can get up there. Because that would be the place. If I could get parkour, put the drill and the smelter up there. That would be pretty funny. I don't have parkour. Yep, you lack the parkour skill. Yeah, I know I do. I mean, I could put it in here. I could put the damn drill and smelter in this room. Just take it straight from the smelter, and put it in the dashboard. Alright, so the bottles are done. Tortilla and coffee are going. I'm gonna make 200 tortillas. Because I got 200 bread. Cheese, I probably could make 1 more cheese. Just 1. Instead of even 60. I got 68 more beer to make. No. Wait a minute. This math is not mathing. Oh, never mind. It's going to make 125 coffee beer. That's right. It's going to make, yeah. So that's why the math isn't mathing. I was like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Yeah, you would need colder. Yeah. 1 coal ore plus 10 stone is 10 sand. Then 1 coal plus 10 sand is 10 glass. Yep, basically. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about 1 to 10. No, it would only cost $400 to make glass then. And for what we sell it for, that would be, like, I guarantee you, I know what he sells my tequila for. Like, I know. So if Arya found out, she could be like, I want $75K for the tequila. And he still would be making money. He makes $150K off every 100 alcohol he sells. So he's still making money at 75. But I'm making money at 50, and I'm happy with that because it recoups all my losses. Like, I think this run right here with the red wine or the white wine. Anyway, this run right here with whatever wine I sell him paid for the entirety of one machine and one farm. Like, everything. It's paid off. Or both of them. I'm sorry. Both of them. So now, from now on, wine would be pure profit because it's already paid for itself. The tequila machine, I don't think has because of the coal. You know, but this was 180 each machine to start from start to finish. The glass machine, the yeast machine, the grape machine, a farm is 180K just to start producing this. I've sold. This will be they'll pay off one. This will be the 400th sell. So it'll pay off this completely, the red wine machine. Everything needed to use it, everything for it. And then I start working on this one. This one, the coal, you have to add that money to make the coal to it. This one, you have to add the rice machine and the rice farm to all the rest. But, yeah, I mean, I had right here, this is what it takes to start everything. You know, the vodka is 220, moonshine's 270. If I didn't own any of it, if I just day one farm and I wanted to produce this, this is how much it would cost. And the flavored beer costing the most is kind of wild. Like, beer and flavored beer and wine should be the 3 cheap ones. Moonshine, and I don't have the tequila on here, though. Yeah, I'm just noticing that I don't have tequila. But, like, rum, tequila, whiskey, those should be the expensive ones. Moonshine should probably be the most expensive because it's illegal. So you're taking a gamble on even running it. Let's see, how much is tequila? We got to add that to that. Okay, so the tequila machine, coal I can't figure, but I'll figure the oil for, if you're going to make 100, or if you're going to make 1, you need 1 coal. So you're going to need 1 oil. So we're going to start out with $40. The yeast machine to get the wheat farm is 20. Okay? To get the grain mill is 10, so we're at 30. To get this is 50, so we're at 80K just to make the yeast. So we're going to add 30K for the machine itself, and then 80K for the yeast. Sugar is a 20K farm, so we're going to add 20K. Glass bottle is a 50K machine. And the coal, the water farm, is a 20K farm. So it takes $240 to make your first bottle of tequila. I would rather grind for it, though. JB, I would rather grind for it. So, see, that's your first bottle. So I'd have to sell 4 loads of tequila to pay off that machine. So tequila is tequila really the second cheapest? I'm going to have to do my math again a little later. But I think that's correct. I think the coal, being that the coal doesn't cost much, that's probably why it's cheaper. Because, yeah, that's exactly why. Let's go with the flavored beer. A beer coffee. 30K for the machine. 80K for the yeast powder. 50K for the hop farm. 20K for the barley grain. And 50K for the machine. Then 50K for the coffee bean farm, 50K for the glass, and then 20K for the water. So it's expensive. But the beers, in my opinion, this is their pricing and I'll pay it. I've already done it. But beer and wine should be the cheapest to produce. And moonshine should be the most. followed by probably tequila and rum. And in the middle, you would have sake, vodka, and whiskey. That's my opinion, so that doesn't mean nothing. I am not a dev. Whatever they decide, that's there. But being it's a flavored beer is the most expensive thing, and I can't sell. I have to sell it. I have to sell it for $500 a piece. And that's actually, I did the cost analysis. I should be selling the flavored beer, my coffee beer. I should be selling it for $750. I lose money selling it at $50K. I mean, at $500 a bottle. I'm losing money. But no one's gonna pay $750 for a beer. That doesn't really get you that drunk. That's why I base the prices. The prices should be based on how drunk it gets you and how fast it gets you drunk. Because right now, tequila, vodka, and whiskey get you drunk quick. But these are cheap. This one is not so much, because this one has extra ingredients. I think this one takes the most ingredients. No, these two. They each take 7 different ingredients. But this one definitely is more expensive than this one. Definitely, whiskey is the most expensive one. Even though, technically, these are still the more expensive ones. I don't know how it worked out. Let's see. 30 plus 80 plus 20 plus 50 plus 50 plus 100 plus 20 or 10 plus 20. It is what it is, and people are buying it, and we're making it. So, you know, they can keep it how they are. This is my opinion. Doesn't matter, you know, as much as I think it does, or most people, but in my opinion, that's what I think. But I stand by the decisions that our dev team have made. And I defend the decisions that they made. It's fine, Team Minecraft. We got the bottles fixed up. We're now producing alcohol at my farm. We're still having an issue at the other one, but I think I found that issue. So probably what I'm gonna do today, when I later on, when I'm back on again, I'm probably just gonna go farming. I'm gonna call Bob and be like, hey Bob, let me buy oil at 20 or 25 a piece. And I'll buy like 200 and go make 200 bottles. And see how that works, you know? See if that's tested my way versus going the foundry way. But yeah, the problem, I want to interact with the foundries. I really do. But there's nothing I can do right now. It's just, it'd be way more expensive to talk to the foundries to do it. It would take the same amount of time. Let me put it that way. It would take the exact same amount of time to do it at the foundry than it would to do it at my farm. It would just cost me more to do it at a foundry. So I'm kind of... Bob, I'll be honest, Bob's probably my best customer. Rex's is, they manage their food well. Bob buys a lot of things and a lot of things go bad. Like they cook a lot of things and then nobody comes and they gotta get it away, it goes bad. But that's why Rex's only cooks to order. Like when you order the food, they start cooking it. That way there's no waste. It takes a little longer, but Rex's isn't a fast food. Rex's is like, you know, a restaurant. And Up and Atom, they're not really open that much. Alright, we're gonna go see something real quickly. Like, I want to interact with the foundry. Right? But I don't want to make them rich. And every time I buy glass from them, I'm paying them. And every time I buy glass from them, I'm losing money. You know, that's not how it's supposed to work. Plus, it's the whole point of having to go get the rocks and make the sand yourself. That's going to be the issue. If it's just,
Hi,
you know...
green hair.
Hi. Hey.
Hey, how
How
y'all
you doing, green hair?
How you doing?
Yeah,
Alright.
my name's Bill with a Y, and that is
And
Jack with an X.
Yeah, I'm Jack with an
Okay.
X, and he's Bill with a Y.
Okay.
And
Nice to meet
we've
you.
just been robbing some stores and doing some good
Oh.
business.
Yeah, business.
Whoa.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god.
I don't know.
That is some terrible driving.
That was terrible. You just hit America infrastructure.
God damn, are you a liberal?
Are you a liberal?
I'm a lawyer.
That's liberal enough for me. Let's get away.
Oh.
Yeah, too liberal.
Okay. Alright. Bye.
Bye. Hey, I kind of feel bad for that woman.
I know those two. I've talked to them before. They've given Bob a bunch of trouble in the past. Yep, we're gonna go to the foundry. I'm gonna check everything there. Like, everything. To see if there's any kind of way. I just checked the drill. I don't think there's anything else there but the oil. Yeah, but it's the problem is the rock breaker. That's the issue. If they had a rock breaker and it didn't cost 50K, so like it's gonna cost me 100K to get those items at the foundry. That's too expensive. I mean, I can make it cheaper on my own. Because I still, even, like, it would only save me $400 per load to use the foundry's glass smelter. I would still have to buy the 100 oil to smelt the rocks, to break the rocks into sand. It only takes me 10 oil to make the coal to make the glass. So, it's only saved me $400. So it's not worth it. I'm not telling them to make it rock, dirt cheap, but I mean, it is just rocks. But you might need glass for other things, though. Like, there might be glass in the other... I'm not stealing any oil. I don't do crime. See, there's no sand here. Like, see how you get... Well, see, like, sulfur, 10 to 1. Coal is 30 to 1. If they had sand, that was like 10 to 1. But most of it is still 1 to 1, I will say. Okay, and I honestly think, is there anything else here? Because I know you can third eye the big smelter, the old smelter, but there's nothing there. But you can third eye it, but you can't use it, like there's no use. I know there's the oil machines here, but can I do anything besides oil? No, and you need to steal the oil, and I'm not doing that anyway. This one never makes sense to me, though. You need coal to make oil, but you need oil to make the coal. So you can't make either one of them unless you go to, like if they took away the oil at the stores, then no one could ever make oil ever again. Because how would you make coal? You have to have oil. You would have to steal it, put it that way. And if that's the case, then you have people like me, who just, basically they'd be like, you're SOL. Sorry. I mean, it would force everyone to be a criminal if they needed oil. It would force them to do it. So, I mean, that's the problem right now, is it's only going to save me $400 to use a foundry. Plus, I have to buy that machine for the foundry. Then I have to worry about if something goes missing if they start blaming me. So yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to get the foundries involved at all. And that's sad, because I want that interaction between us. I want the options to do it. But it's not, I'm doing the math. I'm still running it through my head right now. And then I'm coming up with the same answer every time. It's just not worth doing. They'd have to reduce the price of the glass smelter to 20, and then do the rock breaker for 20, and the repair costs couldn't be ridiculous. Then I can see it being worth the while to do it. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be $400. Yeah. $100,400. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Somebody just robbed that store, probably. I don't want to be there because I'm in the area. But I know I don't have nothing. But ooh, that hurt. It would be 50K to buy the machine, and then I'd have to spend 40. Would it be 44? Yeah, it would still be 4,400. It's just, it's not worth it. I could buy 2 items from the mini malls. That's only $5,000 more, and I get to use them. Don't have to worry about repair. Don't have to worry about upkeep, any of that. You know what? I'm going with this one today. Yep, we're going with this one today. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Then that means there must be officers. Because they said they were robbing stores. You can't rob no stores without police on. And if police are on, I'm gonna go sign in the lawyer. Actually, I'm not gonna go sign in the lawyer. But I'm trying. I mean, I've done that. Let me see. Steal the oil, no. Maybe they would come out with new updates. Maybe they said they were working on Foundry stuff. They said they were, so I'm hopeful. Do checklist what goes in and out. Everybody will know what's used. Yeah, I can do that. But I don't want to do the farming for them. I'll help them with the information, but I'm not just gonna make like the farming cheat sheet where they don't have to do it themselves. I want them to do it themselves. I want them to learn how to do it. But it takes 110. Yes, 110 oil, which is 4,400. And then you have to take the coal and then turn that, it'll get you 100 coal. And then you have to use the coal. Yeah, you have to use the coal. The 100 coal you use, you have to turn to sand. And then you have to use the rest of the coal. So wait a minute. I'm wrong. Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, you would need 10 oil for the 100 coal. You need 110 coal, and you would need 10 coal for 100 oil. That would leave you with 10 or left. So no, it would take 11 oil. Yeah, no. 10. You would need 100 oil to break the sand, because it's 1 for 1. And then you would need 10 oil for, yes, okay, yeah. It would take 110 oil, which is 4,400. And then the coal would have to be used to make the glass. They're not going to be that much. Especially if people can get weapons license, if the bullets aren't as much as it is to make them, people will just buy the bullets and then resell them, like, at a bigger price. I'm trying to make this math. Give me a second. I'm trying. I really am. So, if I take that, if they get that, 50... Yeah, it's still 50K.
Oh, bullshit.
What the...
If you've forgotten to get...
Yeah, y'all, I have to end it here. I'm gonna send y'all over to Maka. He's the only one streaming. I was just trying to get his, I want to see if he was actually on, or if he was, like, at the welcome screen. Because if he was at the welcome screen, I was just gonna wait for him to, like, actually be on. So let me get y'all over there. So I had to make sure he was on. Alright, let me go here, down here. You have to do so much. It should just be like a one-button thing. Save. Turn this one off. Yeah, I spent 3 hours. I got to do some stuff in head. And I will definitely see y'all tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a new update on everything. I'm trying, though. But thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for hanging out. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Go tell Maka I said hi. Alright, see y'all later. Bye.